Hello dear children of class 8 and welcome to another online class of general knowledge. Children, before we proceed, I would like to inform you that the video of previous Monday which was deleted has been re-uploaded and the link has been forwarded, and I am sure your class teacher has already put it on the class group. So those who have missed those video, you can recheck it. Alright children. Now children, moving on, today we will be starting the third lesson of your book, Forts of India. Children, Indian history has a rich norm when it comes to rulers and their forts. India has a very grand history of great rulers having ruled here, and even the grander history lies in the building up of forts. Forts were royal residences of the kings. So many forts are there in India that India is often referred to as the land of forts. Forts were often built on strategic positions where they would be protected from enemy assault. Now dear children, today we will be learning about 6 of such forts and the people who built them. Now children, as far as your book goes, we'll be learning from there. We'll be reading it out. I'll be explaining it to you. As usual, I'll read out the clue and I'll write the answer on the board, and also we will learn how to spell and pronounce them. So let's begin. Indian rulers were well known for building grand forts. I told you this. Indian rulers were pretty famous when it came to building forts because they did not make simple residences. They made grand palaces, grand forts. The rulers lived and governed their territories from these forts. The fort contains palaces, state treasury. State treasury was the place where the taxes collected from people were kept. You can say it was like a treasure hoard, and other important buildings. Now children, here we are given 6 of those forts. We have been given 6 of those forts. We will write about them and learn about them one by one. Now your first one is Jaisalmer Fort. Jaisalmer Fort. Alright, and it was built by Rawal Jaisal. Rawal Jaisal, also known as Rana Rawal Jaisal. Now let's see what is written about this fort, what information is given here. Jaisalmer Fort, it is one of the largest desert forts in the world, situated in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. The fort stands proudly amidst means in the middle of the golden stretches of the Great Thar Desert on Trikuta Hill. Its massive yellow sandstone walls turn into a tawny lion color during the day, fading to honey gold as the sun sets. So you see, from sunrise to sunset, the fort's sandstones, they keep changing their color. For this reason, it is also known as the Golden Fort. It was built in 1156 CE. CE means Christian era, by a Bhati Rajput ruler whose name was Rawal Jaisal, full name Rana Rawal Jaisal. Now let's look at second one, Amber Fort. Amber Fort, built by Raja Man Singh. Raja Man Singh. Now let's see what information is contained about that. Built in 1592 CE, located 11 km from Jaipur, Rajasthan, the most splendid sight of this fort is the Hall of Mirrors. When royalty lived here, they would light a single candle at night, and due to many tiny intricate mirrors, the entire hall would light up. It was built during the reign of Raja Man Singh. So the best thing about this fort, the best thing that was there about this fort was its intricate mirrors, well placed mirrors. lighting one single candle. Lighting one single candle, dear children, was enough to light up the entire hall due to reflection of light by the mirrors present there. That's why that particular hall is also called Hall of Mirrors. The third one, it's a pretty famous one, Red Fort, and it was built by Shah Jahan. If you all remember, Shah Jahan is pretty famous in history for building Taj Mahal. Now let's see what is given about Red Fort. The Red Fort, a 17th century fort, is situated in the walled city of Old Delhi. It was the palace for Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan's new capital, Shah Jahanabad, the seventh city in Delhi site. It was designated or renamed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007. It was built in 1648 CE by Shah Jahan. So basically, what you call emperor set up a new capital near in Delhi called Shah Jahanabad, and in order to add to the beauty of that capital and in order to build up his royal residence, he built up Red Fort. It's called Red Fort because it is made up of red sandstone. All right, it's made up of red sandstone, hence the name Red Fort. Now let's move on to fort number 4. Mehrangarh Fort. Mehrangarh Fort, and this Mehrangarh Fort was built by Rao Jodha. It was built by Rao Jodha, another Rajput kings. So let's see what it said here about Mehrangarh Fort. Mehrangarh Fort, located in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, is one of the largest forts in India. Located at the center of the city, it comprises some of the beautiful and historic structures such as Moti Mahal, Phul Mahal, and Sheesh Mahal. Entry to the fort is gained through two main gates, northeast and southwest. So this fort has two entrances. One is located in northeast, another one in southwest, and it has three very beautiful and historic structure like Moti Mahal, the palace of pearls, Phul Mahal, the palace of flower, and Sheesh Mahal, the palace of mirrors. The foundation of this fort was built by, as I have mentioned it on the board, Rao Jodha. Rao Jodha. Now let's look at the fifth fort here, that is Agra Fort. Agra Fort, and it was built by Akbar. Agra Fort was built by Akbar, another Mughal ruler. So let's see what it said about Agra Fort here. Located near the Taj Mahal, it is one of the most beautiful forts built by the great Mughals. The Khas Mahal inside the fort is a white marble palace and is one of the best examples of paintings on marble. Agra Fort was originally known as Badalgarh Fort. Actual name of Agra Fort was Badalgarh Fort, and it was built in red stone by one of the great Mughal emperors, Emperor Akbar. Now we'll move on to the last one, number 6. Purana Qila. Purana Qila, built by the father of Akbar, Humayun. Father of Akbar, Humayun, laid the foundation stone, or you can say built Purana Qila. Now let's see what information our book can provide on Purana Qila. Purana Qila is situated on the banks of river Yamuna, where Humayun built his capital Dina Panah. The founder of Suri dynasty, Sher Shah Suri, named it Shergar. There is a very popular story about how Humayun was defeated by Sher Shah Suri, and he was chased out of the country. And after taking control of Humayun's capital and Humayun's palace, he named it Shergar. The fort was supposed to be unlucky for the people who occupied it. Now there is a very sad saying which goes with this particular fort. Alright, there is a superstition that anybody who occupies this fort, any king who takes up this fort as his residence, he gets destroyed. Humayun built it, got chased out of the country. Sher Shah Suri took over it. Later on, he got killed by the blast of his own cannon. So you can say, in one way, these superstitions, there is some truth in it. Today, it is the venue of the light and sound shows that present the history of ancient 7 cities of Delhi from Indraprastha to New Delhi. With children, if you have been if you have watched Ramayana, you know that actual name of Delhi from very far was Indraprastha. It was set up by Pandavas. And Edward Lutyens, on the latest side, Edward Lutyens, one of the British architects, he designed the latest version of Delhi, which came to be known as New Delhi. Now there have been 7 cities of Delhi which are very historic, and their history is shown in the venue of light and sound show in this Purana Qila only. I hope this chapter you well understood it. Now your work, dear children, is to solve the quiz time given here. Alright, there are 2 questions related. Don't worry, you don't need to draw the forts. All you have to do is write the clue, and whatever the question it demands, you'll have to write it up in GK notebook. Also, you will write the fort's name, you'll write the clue, and wherever there is a blank, you'll fill it up. All this work must be done in your GK notebook. Alright, I'll also be providing you a short audio clip in which I'll read out again the history related with these forts so that you can learn it easy. Alright children, please make sure that your work stands completed. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.